Welcome to FXcast. This is our FXcast market analysis for Thursday, June 9th, 2011. In each of our videos, we try to come up with high probability trading setups. We look at gold, we'll come up with a low volatility and an inside bar watch list. And in the end, we'll look at the economic calendar to see what could affect our open or new trades. Let's pull up the charts. Okay, as usual, we're going to start off with the gold chart, and we can see our range that we continue to consolidate in. We've got our high here of about 1545, 1550ish. That's where our wicks are. The actual price action is down here at 1541. And then we have our support of the 20 moving average and the uptrend line around 1527. So sellers are finding value up here at 1550. Buyers are finding value around 1525. When we look at our market profile, we can see that our profile has dropped. It was up here at 1541 and it's dropped down to 1535. And we're seeing our RSI in the middle of nowhere in no man's land. So we're going to go ahead and sit on hands and let the market tell us what it wants to do. Does it want to break lower or does it want to rise? As we get closer to our uptrend line, there's our buy. So that's going to be around 1525. Now, when we zoom out a little bit, since we're sitting here watching, we can see on the monthly that we still have plenty of room to come on down to hit this uptrend line, and that's going to be another good buying opportunity. And that's going to be more around 1520, the 1520, 1515. So a little more pullback, and we definitely have a great buying opportunity. So let's go over to the Aussie. And we can see that it is tracking right along with gold. And we got a little more weakness. We've been talking about this range here of 1.072 down to 1.584. We've been talking about that for a while as we continue to cycle up and down in this range. And right now we have to see the 50 moving average holding up support. Now the question is the volume that picked up today. We got our increase in volume with today's action. So the question is, will this 50 moving average hold up? When we look at our market profile, we can see we have resistance above us at 1.706, but we can also see that another bell curve is happening around 1.615, which we're below. So that's a little concerning. But on the hourly, we are seeing that we're heading down to oversold. So there could be a buying opportunity, especially when we looked at our daily chart and see that, yes, buyers are finding value at this 1.052 price level. Next, we have the pound dollar. And we've been watching this wedge, this triangle, waiting for it to break out one way or other. The past couple days, up and down, up and down. That's why our market profile is just tight together. Point of control at 1.6384. We did get a little volume in with today's price action. So again, we're going to continue to sit here and wait to see which way this one is going to break out. Finally, we have the euro dollar. And this one also very strong. But because we have this strong up, and what did we say yesterday? Because it went up strong, it can easily fall. And that's exactly what we saw. This one is starting to consolidate. It's the last one to consolidate. The gold, Aussie dollar, pound dollar all have been consolidating. And so we're potentially setting in a lower high here, and we're potentially setting up an aggressive short. Instead of waiting for the confirmation, we may have an aggressive one if we do break below this consolidation low of about 1.4570. So we're going to sit on hands on this one. If it breaks lower, we do have an aggressive short down to the 20 moving average to see if it's going to hold, although it did just blast right through it, but we'll see if that will hold. Remember, long term, we are in an uptrend. Okay, so here's our lovely Euro-Yen trade that we've been watching, and we're getting closer and closer to it actually coming to being. There's our uptrend line. Here's our downtrend line. So again, we're getting close to the triangle to where this has to break out. When we look at market profile, we're getting on an hourly a little bit overbought, starting to see the hook. So You can see the vacuum here. We came down quickly, and so we went right back up quickly. Point of control down here, 116.50. So we do have support. Where is that support? Come back over to the daily, the 20 and the 50 moving average right there. So again, we're just trying to get to the point to where this is going to break out one direction or the other. Here's our friend, the dollar Canadian. We got our ascending wedge pattern that we're waiting for us to break out of. We keep it. We've gotten a couple wicks out of our 98.15 resistance, but still not close, and we're getting closer. So this is going to move. You can see our bell curve here, our low volume area. Our point of control is 0.97, basically 9,800, and then there's a drop area here all the way down to 97.35. So it's one of those things where if this keeps going lower, we'll probably come back down and test this volume support again about 9745, 9740. But again, on a daily, we're looking for this to close above 98.15 or close below the 20 to 50 moving average here. And here's our pound yen, which is in a descending wedge. Support here at about 130.85. And we're just waiting for this one to again resolve itself. Since this is a descending wedge, we want it to resolve lower, but we can see that this 130.85 is really holding up. It is our point of control. We did sneak below it and come right back up, and then we get in a light volume. And then we can see the resistance currently right now is around 131.95, which will get us up here above the 200 and where the 20 moving average is. So we want to alert, watch our wicks here. So we don't want to go short immediately, but we do want to close below 130.85, a close, not just a wick, and then we can find a trade to the downside. One thing to note on the daily is that these past couple days have been on lighter volume. See the lighter volume down here? So the market is trying to make its mind up. It should get a good pop whichever way it decides to go. As we come to our low volatility watch list, right now we're watching the dollar franc, the dollar Canadian, and on the inside bar list we're watching the euro franc, the euro dollar, and the dollar franc. Notice we have the dollar franc on a couple of these. Usually when that happens, we do get a nice trade out. So you want to mark the high and low for the low volatility watch list. Pull up your Bollinger Bands, mark the high and low. For the inside bar list, mark the high and the low of the current day's trading session. Let's go to the economic calendar. As we look to the economic calendar, several things jump right out to you. First of all, the pound has the monetary policy where they're going to talk about their interest rate, whether or not they're going to make an adjustment along with the pound. The European Union is also going to make their announcement about their interest rate. So those two jump out to you. We got a bunch of trade announcements. The pound has a trade policy announcement. Also, we have that for the States. And we have that down at the bottom here with China, their trade balance. In the States, we have initial jobless claims after the weak job numbers that came out last week. This may be watched a little bit more. If it comes out good, we could see some movement there. And also we have some inflation data here for the yen with PPI. As always, we want to thank you guys for watching our video, and we want to get your feedback. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and always we appreciate your questions. Send those questions to analysis@fxcast.com. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.